Are we the same? Do you occasionally click on Baldur's Gate 3 just in the odd hope that there's an update, knowing full well that we're at the end of the Baldur's Gate 3 update schedule? Well, I don't even know what to make of this. I mean, go Larian. This is awesome. So they have a brand new update. What is this? It's going to be update 8, patch 8. And it's a biggin, and it's going to be here next year, which I'm assuming is going to be January. And so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Community update number 30, photo mode, crossplay, and 12 subclasses coming next year. 12. Amazing, incredible, and we're going to cover them here, okay? So, like an aged mentor in an inspiring 1980s film montage, we're filled with pride seeing all the mods you've been crafting and using since the release of our official mod tool in September. In just under 3 months, you've uploaded more than 3,000 mods, downloaded over 70 million, and created a spell to turn your enemies into cheese. For those of you looking for an introduction to using mods, head over to Larian channel from Hell, where Aelf, I don't know how to pronounce that, will break things down and shine a spotlight on a few choice recommendations. While we'll be wrapping up our feature-heavy updates for Baldur's Gate 3 soon, this is not yet the end of our mod tools. I can't speak, okay? I haven't had my coffee. With the continued support of mod authors and the community testing out new features, we have big updates still to come, including just hopefully they don't break our mods, because that'll be, including adding even more functionality to let you tell your own stories. But before we bid Faerun adieu in search of stranger shores, we have one more major patch waiting around the corner. Arriving next year, this update will introduce some of the most eagerly awaited features to BG3, crossplay, and photo mode, along with 12 new subclasses. Let's take a look at what you can expect to see in patch 8. Crossplay. Whether you're joining PS5 players from your PC or jumping into a game with Mac users from the Xbox, Baldur's Gate 3 multiplayer will soon feature full cross-play. This is awesome, guys. This is awesome. Cross-platform progression, including cross-play, just as the gaming gods intended. Once the update is live, you'll be able to invite your friends to join you in cross-play lobby. To join your cross-play lobby directly, regardless of platform, and find available multiplayer lobbies with friends on other systems using the Larian network. There it is. Oh, it's on super special for $48. Okay, subclasses, here we go. Patch 8 will introduce a new way to play with your favorite class, adding one new subclass for each of the existing Bard, Barbarian, Cleric, Druid, Paladin, Fighter, Monk, Ranger, Rogue, Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard classes in the game. Expect new abilities, animations, VFX, summons and cantrips, and unique voice dialogue lines for the Oathbreaker Knight. For the Oathbreaker Knight, with written reactivity for Oathbreakers, along with a touch of home brewing on certain actions to enhance your role-playing experience. Okay, the first one, Bard, College of Glamour. As a College of Glamour Bard, you'll find you have the power to heal friends and command enemies in equal measure, cast Mantle of Inspiration to bestow your allies with 5 temporary hit points, and should an enemy attack while it is cast, they find themselves charmed. Play your hand correctly, and you'll be able to use this to your advantage with Mantle of Majesty. Target charmed enemies, and you can command them to flee, move closer, freeze, drop to the ground, or drop their weapon. Very, very cool. Are they showing it? It looks cool. Barbarian, Path of Giants. Opt for the Path of Giants, and your newfound giant strength will make it easier for you to yeet friend and foe alike. Forget chugging potions to pump those muscles. These barbarians benefit from the Giant's Rage passive that grants both strength and size, allowing you to deal additional damage with throw attacks. Pockets weighing you down? Not for you and your increased carry capacity. Okay, Cleric, Death Domain. That doesn't sound like a cleric. Let's see. As a Cleric of Death, I mean, isn't that contradictory anyways, who cares? As a cleric of death, you'll find a few dark new tricks up your sleeves, from spells that specialize in necrotic damage to 3 new necromancy cantrips. This includes Toll the Dead, a cantrip that causes 1 to 8 damage when your cleric rings the bell of impending doom, a number that scales if your target has already been damaged. We've also added the homebrewed ability to explode nearby corpse eyes, damaging enemies. You know, all the like death and death domain and clerics of death and break your oath and all this crap, they really need like a light. You know how they have like what's it called? The dark urge. They really do need to have the light urge. I mean, not everybody is into all this death and I don't know. I'd like to play a light urge, where you're compelled to do good through the whole thing. Wouldn't that be different? Druid Circle of Stars. These druids look to the stars for answers, accessing powers beyond those offered from the classic wild shapes. Taking on one of 3 starry forms for their power, the constellations of Archer, Chalice, and Dragons. Each one favors a different playstyle and strategy. The Archer dealing radiant damage with astral arrows, the life-giving Chalice restoring hit points to you and others nearby, and the Wise Dragon allowing you to deal damage with an added bonus to Constitution rolls. The starry forms offer not just a celestial aesthetic, but practical, powerful options to enhance your role as a healer, fighter, or strategist. Well, that's interesting. I mean, they're talking about being a healer as a druid, but you're up here when we're looking at cleric, it's like you're all full of death. Okay. Let's see. Paladin. Oath of the Crown. You've been sworn to uphold the principles of law, stay true to your oath, and you'll be rewarded with the power to aid your allies and disrupt your foes. Guide your companions in battle with righteous clarity, taunt enemies and strategic interrupts, and keep your party standing strong with divine allegiance, absorbing their damage while restoring their health. Okay, well that's a little more light, like light urge and positive. Let's see. Fighter, Arcane Archer. Mastering the dual arts of magical and marksmanship, the Arcane Archer subclass offer unique skills on top of new shooting animations. Oh, that's really cool. Banish foes to the Feywild, removing them from the battlefield for a turn, or unleash psychic damage that forces enemies to make a wisdom saving throw or be blinded until the start of the next turn. Okay. Monk, Drunken Master. What do we got here? Can we see it? Boom! Okay. Drunken Master. Putting the brew in homebrew. As the Drunken Master, you have the ability to consume alcohol straight from your inventory, as well as drink from bottles you see around the Sword Coast. In order to recover Kai, by sharing the bottle with your enemies using Intoxicating Strike, you'll generate a buff toward your armor class and your chance to hit drunk targets. Drunk enemies are also susceptible to Drunken Master's other abilities, like Sobering Realization, which sobers up drunk targets, dealing physical and psychic damage. I might have to get drunk while I'm playing this. Okay, let's see. Ranger, Swarm Keeper. The Swarm Keeper subclass provides rangers with 3 kinds of deadly swarms to assist them in combat. The Cloud of Jellyfish. Oh, you don't hear that every day. I'm going to say that again. The Cloud of Jellyfish. Deals extra lightning damage, potentially shocking your enemy. The Flurry of Moths. Flurry of Moths? Deals psychic damage. That sounds cool too. Giving you the potential to blind your enemies. The Legion of Bees deals... look at these names. I love these names. Legion of Bees deals piercing damage and forces the enemy to make a strength saving throw or be knocked back 15 feet. Each swarm also has the ability to provide you with teleportation capabilities. Wow, these sound really cool. What is this showing? I don't know. It's pretty low resolution. Rogue, Swashbuckler. This rogue subclass introduces a range of new actions fit for the practical... I'm assuming that's supposed to say practical? Fit for the... Oh, piratical? Is that a word? Like pirate? Piratical. Wow, I'm learning. Fit for the piratical life. Play dirty by tossing sand at enemies to blind them. That's cool. Flick your weapon at a target to disarm them. Or use your new fancy footwork passive while meleeing your enemy to ensure they can't make opportunity attacks against you for the rest of your turn. Sounds cool? Sorcerer, Shadow Magic. As a shadow magic sorcerer, you deal in a form of magic that makes you deadliest in darkness. This subclass gives its sorcerer superior dark vision, as well as the ability to shadow walk between places of dim light or darkness. It also lets you call forth perfectly homebrewed Hound of Ill Omen to harass your foes, and use Strength of the Grave to prevent you from being downed. Ideal for those attempting honor mode runs. That looks cool. That looks cool, that wicked little black dog. Okay, Warlock, Hexblade. Hexblade warlocks make a pact with an entity from the Shadowfell that manifests in the form of magical weapons, curse your enemies, and force their souls to do your bidding. Slay an enemy. Okay, I'm going to keep saying that. Slay your enemy that isn't generally an element of nature, construct, giant blob, or already dead, and you'll be able to raise their spirit from their corpse for 10 turns. That's cool. Slay the enemy that isn't an element, construct, or blob. Very cool. Okay. This new summon can deal necrotic damage and will rip away a chunk of your enemy's soul to provide your Hexblade Warlock with healing. Wizard, Blade Singing. Okay. The Blade Singing subclass merges swordplay with wizardry. Okay, yes, this is very nice. Expect new spellcasting animations when casting spells with your weapon. A new Blade Song ability to grant you supernatural speed, agility, and focus. Plus gives you a bonus to any constitution saving throw you make. Guys, holy crap. I didn't expect these subclasses to be awesome. These all sound really awesome. And look at that. And the animation. Look at the animation. Whoopsh. Okay, photo mode. Finally, you can stop using pictures of fish you've caught on your dating profile and start And start snapping photos with your Hound of Ill Omen. Photo mode is coming to Baldur's Gate 3 and patch 8. Baldur's Gate 3's photo mode is a little like a photo booth that lets you set up pretty much any shot you'd like. This new feature introduces a whole slew of options to let you customize and edit your in-game photography, with various levels of freedom depending on whether you're using it while adventuring or during combat, dialogue, and cinematic scenes. Camera settings. Toggleable from the HUD, located near the minimap, or by using the hotkey bind F9 on PC and by pressing both analog sticks at the same time on console, you'll get to choose which character you want to take center stage, determine their best side, and adjust the camera position to suit. As long as they're in your party while you're adventuring, you'll be able to line up your scene perfectly, including summons and those in wild shape. For all budding virtual photographers, you can also turn on the camera reticle and composition grid to make sure you're lining up the perfect shot. Oh, and look at that in glorious 480p. Looks cool though. Lens settings. Oh, this is more photo mode. Okay, they really are proud of this. Determined the angle and sort. I don't know. Determined the angle and sorted the positioning. Okay, you'll be able to jump over the lens settings where you can play around with the field of view, exposure, depth of field, and focus. That is a pretty cool photo though, right there. That's crazy. Okay, scene settings. NPC ruining your shot? Toggle off either playing party, NPC, or enemy characters. That's cool. Now you're ready for those close-ups. Or, if you're feeling creative, set up the scene for a full-on Faerun musical. Choose a set facial expression plus a range of over 40 static and animated poses, each with multiple variations to help give you, a perfect layout. They're taking this real seriously. I mean, that's a step above right here. Scene settings, 40 static and animated poses. Wow, that's a step above right there. Internal playtesting for patch 8 is already well underway, and we wanted to highlight just a couple of the great shots our playtesters have been grabbing using photo mode and how they've chosen to edit them. Oh my god, this is a ton about photo mode. Cool. While you won't be able to adjust your party or play around with lens and camera settings during cinematic scenes and dialogues, you'll be able to color grade your shot and experiment with contrast, saturation, highlight, brightness, and vignette. Okay. Let's see if you want to look at that real quick. There you go. Ooh, okay. Frames. Are you serious? Add flair to your scene with a range of different frames and letterboxing to nail those cinematic shots. Okay. Yeah, it's Larian. Typical Larian. They've gone above and beyond with photo mode, man. Between all the gestures, 40 gestures and like static scenes and then frames. Really? That's just so cool. Stickers. Here come stickers. Choose from over 300 stickers and add up to 30 to your scene, including emojis, icons, blood splatters, textures, objects, and items, and of course, cat ears. That's wild. Man, they're going crazy with this. Okay, in your hands soon, you'll be able to take role play to the next level in unique combinations of poses, stickers, and frames. We can't wait to see what absolute nightmare fuel you'll come up with. What is this? Okay, this isn't exactly my thing, but I'm sure a lot of people are gonna love stuff like that. Okay, stress test began. Okay, so this other stuff is more technical information about when the stress test begins. Doesn't look like there's beta. Is there beta with the feedback and support? Blah blah blah. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's a beta. Best community support. Okay, and very late. With December on our doorstep, we're once again bringing back a little Advent surprise featuring a series of little treats for both the naughty and nice. Keep an eye out later in December for puzzles to earn rewards you'll cherish and remember. So that's really cool. Very, very cool. I mean, this is huge. A huge patch, especially 12. What do you say? 12 subclasses? Oh my gosh. And to think, I just happened to, for the hell of it, click on Baldur's Gate 3 today, and I saw what? I was like, what? Another update? No, they said there's no more updates. Well, I either misunderstood or something because wow. And this is just the big update, like big mechanical stuff. They're saying there's going to continue to be updates with Baldur's Gate 3 well into the new year. So very, very excited. Can't wait to hear what Larian's working on next also. I kind of have a hunch that one of the RPGs is going to be a science fiction. Don't hold me to it, but I am, I am psychic. I tend to be psychic sometimes. So, yeah, really, really amazing. I'm totally losing my voice now after reading all that. I'm going to go get a drink. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Baldur's Gate 3, a new patch 8. Amazing.